afternoon. My name is Sylvia Hooper. I am the co-founder of FPA Foundation, Fostering Progressive Advocacy. I am also a former foster youth. We are here today on the steps of City Hall to enlighten the community about a human rights issue, a community issue, an issue affecting many families. An issue that the community should become proactively involved in. For years, the child welfare system, the Administration for Children's Services, have plagued our families, and the real victims of this corrupted system involved our children. Our Black and Hispanic children, for the large majority, have been torn from their biological homes, thrusted into the foster care system, at instances abused and neglected at the hands of this system, in which promised a better outcome in comparison to that which has been provided by their natural parents. It is this very same system that allows our children to linger in foster care for years with trauma, instability, unanswered questions, and illegal adoptions. Who is at fault? We are at fault. We, meaning the community. Our politicians, which includes our mayor, our speaker, our public advocate, and all local, state, federal, and national representatives. The child welfare system, ACS, needs to be held accountable for the deaths of the foster children. Children supervised and monitored by both the contracted foster care agencies, ACS, OCFS, which is short for Office of Children and Family Services. Our representatives are aware of this scandal, however, choose to focus more on the federal monetary gains that the precious lives involved. Therefore, this means we must take to the streets. We must campaign and make the community care. Why is it that grandmothers must fight to keep their grandchildren out of the system? It seems that kinship placement is not a priority, nor the optimal choice when it comes to permanency. Instead, the agencies would rather split the families apart and place children in homes of non-kinship familiar foster parents. Why is it that birth parents are challenged with completing a never-ending list of service plans, and upon full compliance and completion are not rewarded their child's return? Why is it that Mercy First in Brooklyn is allowed to reject and remove Ms. Tracy Breaker out of her nephew's Lorenzo Mason's life? For the past 2 years, she has projected her voice. She has pled with the agency to have Lorenzo placed with her, as it should be rightfully done. She is the biological aunt. Instead, Mercy First, ACS, and the family courts believe it is in this child's best interest to distort his reality, to manipulate and convince him that Miss Breaker, his aunt, is not the appropriate placement option. For him to be home and reunited with his siblings, that this is not the appropriate placement option. This is unjust and this is inhumane. FPA Foundation is a small grassroots organization. We provide advocacy, support, empowerment, and education for youth affected by the foster care system, families on a whole. We give a voice to the voiceless. We may be small in numbers, however, we are vocal, we are vigilant, we are dedicated and committed to sharing the testimonies and experiences of the individuals we serve. Therefore, as constituents, we are asking for your representations from our leaders. As a community, we are here to appeal to your heart and ask you to join us in our cause. As women, children, grandparents, foster parents, aunts, uncles, we are here to ask for justice and the reinstitutions of our families. And now you will hear the voices of the rest of the individuals that are here on the steps at City Hall today. We will first start with Ms. Tracy Breaker.
Hello, hi. My name is Tracy Breaker. I'm a kinship foster parent for Mercy First. I'm here today at City Hall to state my story. My story is about my nephew Lorenzo Mason being separated from I and his sisters and brothers that I have in care present. Mercy First just refused to have me as a resource family member. I don't understand why they would like to have placed him in a non-kinship home instead of using me as a resource. Again, I'm asking for all city and public officials to be aware of what injustices that's been going on and that is still going on with me and other families behind me not being able to keep our family together. I understand that when the children are not placed with their family, they have an incentive. And I think this is what keeps you guys generating children not being placed with their family. I also had a meeting with Mercy First, the VIP, senior director. In the meeting, she stated that Lorenzo still will be adopted by a non-kinship foster parent because he had united with her for 2 years. I don't feel it's right. It's not justifiable. And her colleague, Ms. Gladys Carrion, which is the commissioner of ACS, she needs to be aware of such accusations that the agency is upholding against my family and other families is also. I will also like my councilmen, my assemblymen, to be aware of all the injustices that's going on at the agency. I also would like our mayor to be aware of what's going on. I've been complaining, I've been fighting for 2 years for somebody to hear my voice and be accountable on why Lorenzo cannot be united with his family. It's a rule and it's a state law that children should be united with their immediate family. He's not an orphan. He has a family that's here, that's been fighting for him. We love him so much, and the agency just want me not to expose the situation. They want me to be quiet and be on a hush-hush and not come out and voice my opinion and stand for my right and his right. And he has a right just as well. The child would like to be united with his family. And they're being deceitful, demonic, they're telling stories, they coercing him, they manipulating him. He's only 10 years old. Every child would like to be home with their family. And they're finding every reason for him not to be home with his family. So I'm here today to stand my ground, to use my power as my voice for the world to know. Please, someone, anybody, help Lorenzo, help I have him unite back with his family. If there are any other families that's out there, you can call me at 646-402-6133. We need more family members because I know you're out there and you're heartbroken. Come stand alongside of us to fight, to make a change in ACS, the contracted agencies that's tearing our home together. I hear plenty commercials on TV saying that they're here to keep the families together. I'm here to stand to let you know it's a lie. It's not true. They're breaking my home up. They have broken my home up. I've been fighting actually since 5 years, but 2 years to get Lorenzo in my home. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rose Tasnadi. I'm with St. Dominic's Agency. I've had my granddaughter now for 3 years. I'm also a foster parent to her, and they want to tear my family apart. They want to remove my granddaughter from me and give it to strangers. I don't understand the meaning of it, why they want to do this, and they know that my grandchild, unfortunately, has problems because of her past, the kind of life she lived before. They also know that my daughter is a very sick young woman. And unfortunately, instead of keeping the family together, they are tearing us apart. I'm pleading to you, to the mayor of New York City and everyone else who's in the state of office, help us, please help me, save my family before they tear us apart. I've been going everywhere, nobody wants to listen to me. They keep telling me, return your child, return the granddaughter to the agency. The agency wants to give her to strangers that she doesn't even know. Why do they want to hurt her even more than what she has been hurt? They don't want to understand that my grandchild has gone through a lot. She don't need to go through even more. I beg of you, please listen to my plea. Help me and my grandchild. Help my family. Help us to be together. Thank you.
Good afternoon, my name is Sade Cooper. I'm 20 years old, just 45 days before being aged out from Grand Windham Agency. I've been separated from my brother, forced to live in uncomfortable forced placements. Seek services from agencies, the supervisors, legal aids, and still have not received any services. Just 45 days left until I age out of care and that I have no permanent housing. I'm here to speak for myself and other youth that are in care that are not their voices are not being heard. It would be very much appreciated if people come forward to be the resources for us and give us the services and help that we need to exit the foster care system in an appropriate and stable way.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Lynette McIntosh. I have a daughter in care. I have a daughter in care, and right now she's been placed in Children's Village. I didn't have a conference meetings. I'm being charged for neglect without them showing any cause of evidence. I have not seen my child or spoke to her within a month. I've been contacting from public advocate, parent advocate. I went to my Congress office and all kinds of other leaders to try to hear my story, my voice. No one seems to help me. I've been silenced with this, and right now my voice needs to be heard. My voice needs to be heard to know that the court system is allowing these people to drag my name and place my child in a placement where she don't even belong there because her valuation don't match up where she belong at Children's Village. No one giving me any documentations where she's located. They told me to Google it. I feel my rights has been violated. I'm being charged on neglect because of my daughter's actions and her own decisions.